Hello Twin Flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy check-in. Today we're going to be talking about the eclipse. You got it. So this week I'm doing readings dedicated to specific aspects, specific transits, specific events in the astronomical world, because we are in a very auspicious time. And one of those events, of course, one of the most important ones of March altogether, is entering the eclipse season. So technically the eclipse is going to happen tomorrow, at least for New York time, and the same will be for Europe and Asia. But if you are on the west coast of states, for example, or anywhere west of there, for you it will still be tonight, so the 13th of March. So you can check depending on where you are, where it is, and whether you're able to see it. If you're in states, you will be able to see it. And obviously if that's something that interests you. Okay, so what I'm gonna do today is, and I am gonna be posting the eclipse messages for each zodiac sign on my other channel, Mindful Bamboo, very soon. So watch out for that. And so what I decided to do for the twins with this reading is specifically pay attention to the journey. And one of the reminders that I was given as I was doing pre-shuffle is that during lunar eclipse, something very important can get illuminated to us. It is a general gist of the full moon, but it gets intensified during the eclipse because imagine that it's this full moon, it's super moon this time. It's like, it's that big bright light in the sky that illuminates everything. And then suddenly it's like, it's the eclipse time and it's completely dark. And then once the eclipse, the sun essentially moves over, right? Because that's what happens during the eclipse, and the moon is back, then it's that bright light again. And so because of this sharp contrast, the energy of the full moon is amplified like times and times. So the questions I want to ask today for each of the twins, each of their counterparts, is what gets illuminated to us overall about our life right now? What do we need to know? The second of all, what gets illuminated to us about the connection, the twin flame connection. And the third one is going to be, what do we get to know, what kind of insight we get about specifically our counterpart, our twin flame. Okay, and we will start with a quick oracle message. Today I picked the Angel Therapy deck. This is one of my favorites actually, but haven't used it in quite a while, so I knew I needed to use it this week. I just wasn't sure which reading, and today I was like, yes, it's time. For the feminines, we see the parents. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother or father, or both. So this is the big healing time. And remember, because it's full moon, it's also a release time, it's cleansing time. So you can definitely use this time, and it is in Virgo. I spoke about it quite a bit yesterday in the full moon reading. But yeah, basically Virgo is an earth element, so you can even do a ritual somehow connected to nature, to the earth, to the plants could be. For masculines, we see past life issue. Look at that. In both cases, working with ancestors and, the lineage. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. This is tricky, of course, and it requires certain knowledge and preparation, or having a guide who can help you with that. There's past life regression, there's hypnosis, all kinds of techniques that help you get there, and or get a record from the Akashic records. I would just say, and asking angels is not a bad plan. I would just say if you don't get to remember exactly, that's not the biggest deal. The question could also be rephrased, or the more important question is what is, like, not what happened in the past life, that's what I'm trying to say, but what is the impact right now that the lesson that I'm supposed to learn, or the karma I'm supposed to fulfill in this lifetime connected to that, right? That's what you need to know. 5 of Swords, bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's like this sense of I'm not getting something here. Like it seems like something is missing. That's the energy that we're going into this eclipse with. And that's precisely why we need this energy to give us the insight that we've been missing. 7 of Wands, yeah, to give us confidence to stand strong in our place, to maybe work through imposter syndrome, right? Because maybe you feel like, especially if you're a light worker and you're on embracing your divine path and your mission and purpose, and you may be feeling like you're getting some nudges on the direction you're supposed to move to, but you're still having an imposter syndrome of like, why would I even go there, right? Like it doesn't make sense logically, or I don't have the skills, or whatever, right? Like it requires, I don't know, community, and I don't know anyone from that area, something along those lines, right? And then suddenly this missing piece comes in and you're like, you know what, I'm exactly the right person for this kind of job figuratively speaking. So the first one is what's eliminated about our personal lives to us, like ourselves basically. For the feminines, Ace of Pentacles clarified by Queen. That's what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. Thank you. Right? Like you're moving on with your mission and purpose. You're taking action towards something specific, or you will get illumination at this time of what the next practical step is, what is important. Maybe you have lots of ideas and you're at a loss, and this is it. Zeroing in on exactly the right step, next step, right? And it's helping you embrace your mission and purpose as a light worker, as a teacher, as a healer. And it all connects, because if before maybe you had like pieces of information, now it ties it together. Masculines, you have 10 of Wands clarified by 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, masculines are actually learning what brings them joy, what makes them happy, and what gives them comfort in a good way. Like if I lived in an ideal world and I could live a lifestyle that I could dream of, what it would be like. Sometimes people say, even if I have 100 times more money, I would still live the same lifestyle. That means hopefully that they found where that comfort and joy is for them, right? But a lot of times we struggle because we don't even really clarify for ourselves what is it that we want in our life. What does good look like? And this is masculine, like being crossed and having enough of the struggle that they've had so far, not being happy, looking for something outwards, looking for a partner who will fill the void or create that space, and now understanding that it is in their hands and they're figuring out what it is. Especially, again, it could feel like that one missing piece in your life. It's like, okay, yeah, that's really important to me, and I've never really cared to create that in my living space, for example. It doesn't have to be living space. It could be a hobby. It could be the way you do take care of your health. Remember, this is Virgo energy. And 9 of Pentacles is Earth energy, so it can easily be that. Virgo is connected to the topics of health and wellness and everyday habits. So the second question is, what do we see, what gets illuminated to us about the connection, this twin flame connection? For feminines is 7 of Cups, clarified by the Sun. The feminines see how the path to happiness together can look in a very different way, right? But the answer is still there. right? Like you can get there in many different ways. So there are no wrong turns, so to speak, right? You cannot make a mistake. All of that information is going to lead you back to the sun, back to that ultimate happiness, one way to the or the other, right? So, you know, they say you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. If this is your person, then, you know, don't overthink what you say or you do. I mean, obviously be respectful, right? But what I mean is that it's not like, don't look too long for the ideal thing to say or action to take, right? It's about the journey. What do masculines learn about this connection? Knight of Cups clarified by Six of Pentacles. Remember, we actually saw this in the, I think it was in the full moon reading, that masculines are looking into expressing love, right? Receiving and expressing love themselves. And this is the next step, because I think that in that reading, it was a Page of Cups card. Now it's Knight of Cups, so we are moving up, right? And masculines are seeing that progress of how they're getting better in maintaining equal partnership, where it's not a power struggle. It's not a competition, like who is doing better in life or who gets to make a, you know, big decision, right? It's about coming together and essentially using the potential and the experience and the personality of each of the partners to create something beautiful and to it's like this symbiotic relationship, right? That's what they're learning about this. That's the big difference that stands out for the masculine in this connection versus their karmic relationships. What do feminines learn about the masculines? The Tower, clarified by Queen of Pentacles. Your masculine is gonna really surprise you. And especially if you think that they are loose cannon, that they don't really get it, that they're not really committed or serious, you will find out that then the main thing you'll find out is how they see the future with you. And you may be surprised of how down to earth and pragmatic, but also very sweet it is for them. Like they see you as a wife material, wife or husband, take it how it resonates, but it's about the energy, the feminine energy, right? Like they see you, that life with you, you know, you are the life partner, capital L, capital P, you know, with some details that, again, you'll be surprised that they even had a thought about it, but they did. What do masculines learn about the feminines at this time? Ten of Swords, clarified by the World. Wow. They learn more about what kind of trauma, what kind of pain feminines have been through. And it hurts them to hear that. Like they do take it in, like how traumatic that has been. Whether it was somewhere in childhood or it was maybe a month ago, they just haven't heard the story. But it also amazes them of how feminine can rise from the ashes, basically, can make the most out of it, can shine bright, shine their light even brighter after going through all those adversities or that specific traumatic big T trauma event that they're learning about. So they have even more respect and adoration and admiration of the feminine after this, you know, this pain, this suffering that they learn. And for feminines watching, maybe this is a cue for you to share something that you've been feeling like you need to share, but you haven't been able to. And this could be the confirmation and the time to do it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all. I hope you make the most of this lunar eclipse. This gets us into the eclipse season, so to speak, and it will end with the partial solar eclipse 2 weeks from now. But this is going to be an exciting time. Eclipses always bring opportunities for complete transformation, for seeing your reality in a completely different way, and quickly becoming a better version of yourself, like where you never anticipated so much progress in such a little period of time, right? And that, of course, means all of the above means that you can also jump timelines a lot faster, a lot easier during this time. Well, easier is a relative term, right? But yeah, we'll be through it together and we'll look at all the different times in this eclipse season, I promise you. But for now, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time,